On this episode of Behind the Badge, we're going into the crime lab to show you how science helps the WPD solve crimes. We'll head out on a training exercise with Officer Andrew Savetti and K9 Cato, and take a ride along with Patrol Officer Catherine Welch.
I'm Catherine Welch, a police officer with the Watertown Police Department, and you're watching Behind the Badge.
Hi, I'm Detective Dave McNeil with the Watertown Police Department, and this is our Crime Scene Services section. This is where we process evidence that we take from crime scenes. If you want to step inside with us, we're going to do a few processes that we use to help us solve crimes here in Watertown. So here we are at the crime lab. Today, we are going to process this white piece of paper for fingerprints. What happens on crime scenes is things like this come into play, where we have pieces of paper or other items that are similar to this that obviously do not have any visible fingerprints at all when we look at them. The term used there is latent, means you're unable to see it. So what we're using for this process today is prilled iodine. The type of process that we use is called iodine fuming. The iodine will be placed into the bag and into a gaseous state. We take the iodine and just pour a small amount into the bag. Seal the bag tight. And then we just hold the iodine for several seconds here. And as you can see, nothing is visible at this point on the paper. Once I let the iodine go out of my hand and start to shake the bag, prints should be starting to develop. As you can see, they are here in the bottom. And the more I shake, more prints will develop. And this is based on the gas that is created from the iodine. And as you can see, the iodine is more like BBs, little small balls. And what they do is they all contain a solid which forms to gas. And as you can see, there are multiple prints that have developed on this paper. We used a chemical process to allow us to actually view fingerprints that were not visible to the naked eye when we started. And this is certainly one of the reasons why science matters. Here we are using basic chemistry along with crime scene skill to solve crimes here in Watertown. So kids, it's important to pay attention to chemistry class. Science matters, and it helps solve crimes. Join us next time when we process some evidence for what we believe to be blood.
Hey, here's a trivia question for you. Out of the 70 sworn officers at the Watertown Police Department, how many officers are female? The answer? After we take a quick ride along with Patrol Officer Catherine Welch.
We're going to take you out for a little patrol of the east end of Watertown, so let's get started.
Officer Welch has been on the WPD for 11 years as a patrol officer. She's always had a passion for helping people, which certainly had a big influence on her earning a college degree and pursuing a career in public service.
A bachelor's degree in psychology and got a job with a human service agency in Waltham, which is the neighboring town, doing drug and alcohol counseling for teenagers. The civil service exam came up and an opportunity to become a police officer came up, and I have not looked back since and love every minute of it. I am big into fitness, and I am a PT instructor at the Reading Police Academy. So that's something that I really enjoy doing. Tough Mudder, Spartan races, anything that kind of challenges me is something that gets my attention. I've been known to grab my dog and go up to the White Mountains and do a hike by myself with the dog. My dog's name is Chloe. She's a rescue, and she's 6 years old. She just had her 6th birthday.
Being a patrol officer is a very challenging job. A few years back, Officer Welch responded to a call in her own neighborhood where a family tragically lost their father to a home accident. Her training and ability to comfort the family during this horrific experience left an unforgettable impression on a certain little girl.
The youngest daughter was 4 at the time that this happened, and I actually just got a call from the mother who told me that Sydney had just gotten hired by a police department, and the reason that she wanted to be a police officer was because of her interaction with me, and that was it was a great feeling. You know, people see the uniform, they see the gun belt, and they have trouble sometimes thinking about the fact that we are human beings as well. I am a mother, I am a daughter, I am, you know, a fur mommy as well. I don't wear this uniform 24/7. You know, we don't put this uniform on and become above the law. We are humans and just normal people.
Here's the answer to our trivia question. Of the 70 sworn officers at the WPD, how many are female? The answer? 14. The first female officer in the history of the department was Officer Christine Izzo back in 1977. Thank you, ladies, for your service to our community. Now, there's many different ways to investigate a crime scene, whether it's using science and technology or good old-fashioned police work, like staying on the scent of a trail, as they say. Hey, do you smell something?
Cato's primary purpose is a locating tool. So one of those things we can use him for is if we have to find discarded evidence that has human odor on it. So what we did is we hid a flashlight out here that, you know, had human odor, and he's trained to locate and find that odor. Good pup. So the canine commands for Cato are in German, and there's a couple reasons for that. One is because they're very concise commands that the dogs can pick up on, just the tone of them. It's easier for the dogs to understand. Also, it's not words that you'd use in normal everyday life, so it's not confusing to the dog when they hear it. Apport. That was apport, and it's the German word for search. So you'll see he's going to go through, he's going to kind of check the areas. You know, he's going to use his own head and think kind of where would something be hidden. So he's going to look at all those avenues of where something might be, scan the grass as he goes through. And what he's really looking for is just where that might be. And as he's doing these passes, you see him, you know, it kind of looks like he's doing a circle, but he's looking to pick up the scent with his nose. So he'll keep searching. And right here you see he's kind of changing a little bit. But he's not quite sure where it is yet, because as he passed it, you know, the wind's kind of blowing this way. Hey, pup. So as the wind blows, yep. Apport. Good boy. Show me. Oh, good boy. So as the wind blows and he catches it with his scent, you saw he locked onto it, and he lays down, shows me right where it is. His reward for everything that he does is a ball. Yes, good. Good boy. He's excited, he's happy, you can see his tail's wagging. To us, this is an evidence search. As a police officer, we're looking for evidence. For Cato, he's playing a game. He finds the item with human odor on it, he gets a toy. And that's just the game that we play and how we train them, so that he knows he's done a good job and done what we've asked of him. Good pup.
On the next episode of Behind the Badge, we'll get a good look at what it really means to serve the public, literally. Local comedian Lenny Clark stops by with a little advice for one of our officers. And we'll meet a Watertown Foundation whose mission is to help put smiles on children's faces during the holiday season. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.